That's intimidation. When they have 11 police boats out there and they're all circling around, that's intimidation.
Boaters claiming the Lee County Sheriff's Office overdid it at this outing, but the sheriff sees things differently. So who's right here? Fox 4 is showing you both sides of the story so you can be the judge.
Yeah, the event organizers want to know why the sheriff's office showed up in full force on the water. Warren Wright is getting them answers tonight. Warren?
Well, over the past summer, there were 5 sandbar extravaganzas where a barge would have a band playing on it and boats by the hundreds would anchor around it. At one event, more than 3,500 people were on the water at just one time. The organizers hired their own security, a fire rescue boat, and EMS to deal with any problems. But with last week's final summer fling, a flotilla of deputies descended on the event. And neither the sheriff or the organizers are happy with what happened next. They came by the hundreds, boats anchored in Pine Island Sound, with more than 3,000 people soaking up the sun and fun on the water.
In off-season, we don't have as many people out on their boats, so it gets the locals involved. It brings a lot of people to the area. It stimulates our economy.
Randy Folds operates a local marina. He estimates the sandbar extravaganzas have brought in close to $1 million to the local economy, from renting boats to packing a picnic. But after 4 events that organizers call safe and successful, this last one had a very different vibe. From the start, partygoers were greeted with a row of deputies lined up at Punta Rasa as people launched their boats.
That's intimidation.
Dan Sinclair with Young Professional Inc. helped organize the event. The group hired private security and had asked the sheriff for a meeting to see if they could provide a presence. LCSO declined the meeting, but the day of the event, Sinclair got a big surprise.
This event, they had a helicopter, they had 11 boats. What does the DUI task force on land have anything to do with what's going on the water?
We wanted them to be there and just be there in case we needed backup. We did not want them to intimidate everybody from not coming.
Organizers blame the sheriff's office for affecting turnout. Only a third of the previous crowd showed up this time.
There was a lot of people that came and drove past the event and just kept on driving by and did not participate.
I reached out to the sheriff for an interview. In an email, he pointed out this video from an August sandbar event showing a man jumping across a boat and a fight ensuing. The sheriff explained that, quote, large gatherings of folks always require public safety considerations, even more so when the event is on the water. He insists the large presence was not meant to harass and intimidate, and pointed out that both Fort Myers and Cape Coral, as well as Fish and Wildlife, had a boat there as well. The organizers aren't satisfied with the sheriff's answer. With all the time and energy that you put into it, how frustrated are you now?
I'm severely frustrated. This is never going to happen again.
With the end of the sandbar extravaganza, organizers call it a loss for the community and the economy.
Anytime you have an event that's based on the water with thousands of people and hundreds of boats, everybody needs to be behind it.
Well, the sheriff sent another email to me demonstrating why it was important for the deputies to be there. He gave me these stats from their enforcement efforts. Deputies responded to, quote, numerous fights. Deputies assisted numerous swimmers that were caught in the current. Deputies also assisted 3 intoxicated people who were, quote, having a threesome in the woods on a nearby island, getting them back to the mainland. And there was 1 DUI arrest made at the Punta Rasa checkpoint. Organizers of the event stressed all the deputies were polite and courteous to everyone they encountered. Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Warren. Detailed breakdown there. All right, you've heard from the sheriff and the event organizers. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think the sheriff's office overdid it with their presence on the water, or was it just what was needed, given what the sheriff has said has happened in the past at other events? Call us 239-206-FOX4 or email us at news@fox4now.com.